imagine people walking into your room, into your sitting room, and they see your artwork there, and they look at it and they're like, wait, this looks like you.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
Welcome back to Celebs Watch 211. If you are an active user of various social media streets, especially Facebook, then you have probably come across these pieces of art with the sign Deng Art. In this video, Deng Forbez, who is well known on the social media streets, especially on Facebook, opened up to Irene Lasso on Radio Miraya, where he discussed his art journey from making the conventional art pieces to being a caricature maker. All the pictures used in this video are from Deng Forbez' Facebook page at I am Deng Forbez. Video courtesy Irene Lasso on Facebook.
Oh yes, a very good morning. Just 23 minutes to the top of the hour. Well, this is where the nation's biggest conversations begin every morning. And welcome to the nation's big conversations. Today we have got a creator who sketches outside the lines of convention. His pencil moves with the rhythm of a maverick, and his vision is as daring as it is distinct. And his work, well, it speaks volumes without even uttering a single word. Well, this is the artist who captures the essence of modernity with a touch of whimsy and a stroke of genius. Now, I'm thrilled to introduce the man who's redefining art as we know it. The illustrious Deng Forbez is with me here in the studio. Deng Forbez, good morning, and thank you so much for making time to speak to us here on Radio Mirai.
Thank you for having me. I think this is our second time together here.
Yes, it is our second time, but this time you're coming in a capacity of that artist on social media, the almost famous artist, yeah? So tell me about yourself. I mean, who is Deng Forbez?
Deng Forbez is just a regular artist, equally a journalist like you. And a very passionate person about community, society, and peace. And creativity. Right. I love creativity.
Right. Speaking about creativity, I mean, nobody can dispute that.
Yeah.
So we just want to know. I mean, you wear so many hats. Yeah. You were a journalist. You're an artist. You're an activist also. Yeah. Just tell us, how does your typical day look like?
A typical day is just, I wake up in the morning, freshen up.
Just like any other person.
Exactly. Okay. And then I either grab a pencil and do an artwork, or I just go out and do my daily struggle like normal citizen. So
instead of doing what we typically do, wake up and get our phones and see who commented on our Facebook pages, we just wake up and grab a pencil to sketch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sometimes just wake up and start creating on a canvas, do acrylic art. Yeah, so it depends on the mood that day, and unless I have a commitment outside.
Okay.
But most of the time I just, sit around and do my artworks.
Right.
Yeah.
And before you got famous drawing caricature and I want to say deforming people. But anyway, it's also another lens that you look at. Yeah. So do you have like a specialty?
Not really. I think I spent the past 10 years of my art career trying to figure out what is that niche, you understand, like what is that thing that defines my art. But then again, I'm very versatile, so I try to not restrict myself and like be like, okay, I just want to be a landscape artist or a portrait artist. So in the midst of me trying to discover myself, and I ended up discovering what other people actually like, and yeah, it's giving me the exposure that I actually needed. Right. Because with art, you only make sales, you only get recognition and make money out of it when you've been recognized by a lot of people.
So many people.
Yeah. Right. So the more famous, the more popular you are, the the more pricey your artworks get, and the more opportunities that come.
It almost feels like an endorsement.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you say because people prefer now this kind of art, are you going to settle with that because it's what is famous right now?
No, I'm not going to settle with that.
Okay.
I'm still going to, improve on the craft. Because I'm trying to see other perspectives on how to develop it even more to the point that a person who is drawn will be comfortable with hanging that artwork in their room.
Right.
So instead of doing the usual realistic art, draw somebody as if it's taken by a photograph, it's better you see yourself in a different form.
Right.
So imagine people walking into your room, into your sitting room, and they see your artwork there, and they look at it and they're like, wait, this looks like you.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
But then it's not like the real one where, oh, this is you. So people will be sitting and looking at it and be like, wait, what happened? Your nose is bigger, your eyes have been made in a funny way, but it shows that it's you.
But I want to confess, mine does not look like
your eyes look like you.
I want to ask, why did you give me those 2 teeth? I don't even have rabbit teeth in real life.
Yeah, I just wanted to exaggerate your teeth because I saw the teeth. I'm like, nope, we're going to work on that.
This is not good. Anyway, so Deng, let's agree that your art has taken not just South Sudan, but the whole world. We see comments coming in from in Africa, outside Africa. So what's the message that you aim to convey through your work?
Well, personally, it's more of comedy. Make people laugh,
right.
Despite a difficult day, you must find something to laugh about. Don't go on social media and it's just the regular thing every day.
Right.
People fighting,
right.
people arguing, bad news. But you can actually go to my page and see who has been drawn in a funny way. You could find yourself there.
Yeah.
So.
And I think you have achieved it. I mean, we are, I'll speak for South Sudan, we are a traumatized country. We are experiencing economic challenges, conflict, bejai, a lot of things are going on in our lives, not even in our private lives.
Yeah.
And trust me, coming to your page or just waking up one morning and finding that your face has been drawn crookedly, instead of being angry, trust me, it is just hilarious.
Yeah.
So your style is incredibly distinctive. So can you just tell us about the influence that has shaped your creative journey?
Well, because the thing is, when you're drawn towards creativity, often you think a lot about how to improve your craft. And I've been doing this for quite some time.
Right.
And I've always thought to myself, what other unique thing should I do? Because I have friends who are artists, and we do the usual thing. Obviously, everybody draws.
Which one is the usual thing?
I mean, drawing the human face, drawing
Trust
landscape.
Me, it's not for everyone. It's just for the chosen few, the you people.
Yeah.
That's why you think it's a regular thing. It's not.
Yeah, yeah, I know, and I appreciate. We need that, and I do that. I'm good at landscape, and abstract art and stuff like that. It's fine, but then again, as an artist, you want to stand out,
right?
And this is what has made me stand out. I'm not the first person to do it.
Right.
There are people who have done it before, but then again, to what extent have you done it? What have you, how have you approached it? And personally, my target was the famous people, which of course has,
open doors.
Yeah, because there's so many fans out there. When you see your famous person drawn in a funny way, of course you want to laugh, you want to share, you want to download it,
right.
Yeah, so it gets the artist known. And I've seen people stealing my work and claiming it, and
it's theirs.
Yeah, they claim it's theirs. I've seen so many people from Kenya,
you mark
South
your
Africa.
work, so they just
post
whitewash it, or they
with it. Then
they claim it with your signature. Okay.
So even this morning I saw some Kenyan guy claiming my work, and I mean, he didn't get much, reaction, but
right.
Yeah,
because I think I know people know that it belongs to you.
Yeah.
Right. So you've become a sensational on multiple media platforms. So how do you manage to stay authentic in an ever-changing digital landscape?
I mean, just be yourself.
Right.
The main thing here is be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. And that's what people will like.
That's right.
The you, not the you that is somebody else.
Which one is that now?
Yeah, like there is the real you now, who is you, and then there is the persona that you give people that is not you. It's okay to fake a different personality, a different image of yourself, when it's applicable, when it's required. But then again, when you want to create an image for yourself, let it be the real you. Yeah.
Okay. So I have so many messages coming in here, people encouraging you. There's one here, Gift Regan, saying, my regards, I love him, keep it up. You're doing a very good job. And another one here is saying that, well, Deng Forbez, don't stop on what you're doing. This is sure. He makes us smile each day, no matter what. We love him. This is Makwe Dongril. Okay. So thank you guys for loving Deng Forbez. It's hard for someone to say, I hate Deng Forbez. They just love your work.
Yeah.
So, your penetration on the internet has encouraged more talents, as yours. And how can we positively use such talents to foster peace and nation building, most especially for our context?
Most of the time I tend to not think about, peace and art, and I try to there's a moment where peace and art go hand in hand, and then there's a moment where listen, let's just have fun.
Right.
It's toxic out there, it's chaotic, it's violent, but can we just put a smile on our faces? And as long as you smile, then there is peace within yourself.
Right.
So if you go to my wall, let's say you had a very rough day, and you see a very funny artwork and you laugh, you've installed peace in yourself.
Within yourself, yeah.
And that's the essence sometimes. So I tend to not the main purpose for this journey is to put smiles on people's faces. Of course, there are those who will be upset.
Which you have a tick for, 100%.
Yeah.
Are there people who get upset? Why would they?
I haven't.
Have they reached out to you?
No, no one has reached out to me, and I've always seen people commenting, but I know it's just banter,
right?
And this is where your sense of humor comes in as an artist, because if you create content, there's going to be backlash. There's going to be those that just want to, put in threats. I remember there were some guys who would be very disrespectful and say, use vulgar words. This is Facebook.
Was that happening in the first times when you just began?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I ended up blocking them. I didn't need that energy.
Right.
I'm like, no, you're not going to come here. And I mean, this content is definitely not meant for you.
Right.
And that's how social media works.
Yes.
There's content that's not meant for you. There's content for other people. So keep it moving.
Right.
If it's not for you, just
and if it doesn't work for you, just go. Right. Don't stay here.
Exactly. And don't follow me and then come tell me what to post.
Exactly. and this is what people actually do not understand on social media. Well, like you said, if it doesn't work for you, you have the free will to move on.
Exactly.
But yes, if you knew then what you know now, what would you have done differently?
I think I would have started this thing long time ago.
I knew it.
I would have started this thing long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I started art on an emotional path.
Okay.
And I used it as a way to cope with myself, because as people say, I'm an introvert, and I keep to myself most of the time. So my university life, I spent it alone,
no friends.
Yeah, I try to make friends, and once you disappoint me once, it's game over. I'm done with you.
I know.
So I had friends, and then they disappointed me. They did something that I didn't like, and I cut them off. So I spent the rest of my university life just go to school, come back,
keeping to yourself. And your artwork.
Yeah, and art kept me busy. Music also, I love music a lot. You'll never find me without music.
Right. Listening or singing?
Listening.
Okay. I thought you were an artist too, that you sing.
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
I wish I did. Yeah.
Right.
But I spend most of my time, listening to music, and of course, drawing, painting, and
Right.
writing. I do poetry, so
Yeah, I know that. Right. So so let's like how do you get your subjects? Do you just follow people on social media and just say, you're my next victim?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. I see a photo, and definitely my caricature brain just goes in like, yo, have you seen that head? Yo, have you seen those lips? Yo, have you seen that nose?
Right.
You could do something. It will be hilarious. It will be funny. So I just download it, and people like it. Like,
Right. And Kenyans are happy about this simple boy guy.
Yeah.
Like, who is he? They say they love you because you did that for them.
yeah, Steve-O, he's a very funny Kenyan. I think he's an artist. Yeah, and he's a very funny artist.
Okay.
And then there is this like Major. Major posted my artwork.
Right. So you returned the favor.
No, I drew him, and then he posted it. He's like, yo, guys, stop drawing me by now.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so where do you see yourself in, let's say, the next 5 years?
I mean, the next 5 years, I want to inspire as many young people as possible.
Right.
And I want young people to, realize their talent. And I hope in the next 5 years we'll have an art gallery.
Next 5 years.
In the next 5 years, I hope.
Filled with caricature or all sorts?
All sorts of artwork.
Okay.
Anything that interests people. And I have started like a small company. It's still in the prototype.
Right.
And it's called the Art Life Studios. So I'm hoping to kind of like recruit young artists and give them a platform where they can,
right,
monetize their work. Express and monetize their artworks and earn from it.
Right.
The point is to, make them benefit from their creativity.
Right. And from their talent, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm planning. This is a project that I've already started working on. I hope by the end of the year it will materialize and it will be effective.
That's a good plan. I have someone here on Facebook saying, can you draw Irene Lasso better than what you did last time?
Better or worse?
Would there be a better? He's saying better. I don't know what he means. This is Bakich Hassan Manyang Malit. He wants you to draw me better. I think the only problem there was my teeth, but the rest were my exaggerated parts. Like, that's how I would have looked like if my parts were exaggerated. So I had a chance to ask people on Facebook to post some questions if they have any questions for you. So one person, this is Luke Alier, he says, what is the motive behind your drawings? I think it's the cartoon nature, not the other ones.
Yeah.
So what is your motivation?
My motivation is comedy.
Not motivation. What is your motive? Why do you do it?
Make people laugh.
Okay,
As
simple as that.
Yeah.
To make so he's here to cater to your laughter.
Yes,
okay,
I'm a comedian.
I think he has done a good job on that. And this is Vichekesho Arop Ndombi says, send my love to him. Thank you for drawing Steve-O, simple boy. And Wundit Joseph is like, is this just for pure jokes or a side hustle?
No, it's not a side hustle.
It would be nice to have a side hustle on this.
I don't get paid for the caricatures, but I get paid for my actual artworks, the real ones.
Right.
So, yeah, but maybe inshallah one day I will turn it into a side hustle.
Right. And actually Facebook does pay, but it's unfortunate that it does not pay for South Sudan. South Sudan is not an eligible country, but maybe if it were, you would be making your money by now, right?
Definitely, I
okay.
would be.
All right. So someone is saying, I think you should also draw kids cartoons for African kids. Do we have like famous African kids? I don't even know what exactly he means.
No, I think he means like create content
for children too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a work in progress. If I don't do it, I have to inspire someone else. So it's going to come. It's coming.
All right. So someone is saying, I have been waiting to see your face, to see the face of this funny guy. Thank you for bringing him on board. Well, thank you so much for following Timothy Korir. And
tell him to not draw me.
He said, please don't draw him. All right. So thank you so much, Deng Forbez, for this time.
Yeah.
What is your message to the youth who are listening? And they're definitely listening.
Well, the main thing is be creative. invest in your talent, and don't be boring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Don't be boring.
Don't be boring.
And before I go, someone here is saying, how do you feel like when people react to, how do you feel when people react to their drawings? Now, like how people repost it.
Yeah.
What do you get a sense of fulfillment?
Yeah, definitely. I feel happy, and I feel like I've been understood. And there's not going to be any conflict,
right,
between me and the subject. So it makes me happy when people repost the work. Yeah.
Okay. Deng Forbez, thank you so much for making that time to speak to us. Some people were worried, they were warning you not to come to the studio, thinking it was a trap that I'm going to arrest you. But I want to make it clear that you and I are on good terms.
They don't know we go all the way back to 2016.
Yes,
so.
we go all the way back, and we know ourselves personally. Well, thank you so much, Deng Forbez.
Thank you,
and thank you so much for following on Radio Miraya. This is where the nation's big conversations begin every morning. It's been a pleasure speaking, understanding, and knowing Deng Forbez. I hope you did enjoy that conversation there. Stay tuned. Good morning.